Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. When I was 10 years old, I had dreams of one day making a living counting cards at blackjack. I was really good at math, and I had dreams that one day I could just play blackjack all day long because I loved playing games and I was good at math and I loved numbers. And so I downloaded a computer program to practice counting cards. I believe it was called USA Casino. And I eventually got pretty fast at it. And I still remember that computer program because when you would lose a hand, the computer would show a hand grabbing your chips going, "Dealer wins!" And it was really upsetting to hear. And "dealer wins" became something I would say when I was upset at somebody. It's like a cuss word of sorts. Now, the USA Casino came with all sorts of games, including one of my least favorite games, actually, roulette. One day, a friend of mine had come over for a sleepover, and I was showing him the USA Casino game, and he decided to play roulette. And so he placed his chips all over the field, and I thought that was stupid because I knew each of those bets had a negative expected value, right? And you're just, not only are you taking a lot of negative expected values, but you're canceling each other out, right? If you're betting both black and red, you're just throwing your money away, right? I knew that. And I couldn't convince him against that. I was going to bet on, I think I chose 2 or 3 of my favorite numbers, but he quickly took those bets off and decided to go with his wackiness. Not surprisingly, he lost and one of my numbers hit, and I was so upset. It wasn't even for real money or anything. It was just for numbers on the screen. And even then I was really upset at him. And so it was like 11, 12 o'clock at night, and the two of us started screaming, and my mom was really upset at both of us. And so imagine if that were real money, how upset I would be, right? It was only for fun, and I got really upset at him. But now, 30 years later, I get to play on another roulette table. Are you ready? This is my new favorite roulette table to bet on. And let's see if we can put some chips on here. So Peter Schiff, the other Peter Bomb, right, suggests that let's take a mid-sized chip, right? Take some of our money and put it maybe here. Let's place some bets. And here. And if you have that, maybe you can start to speculate on other metals, right? Let's take a big one and speculate on 2 of the other precious metals that are really undervalued right now, right? So if you're the other Peter Bomb, you probably don't have these 2 bets, you just have these 2, right? And yeah, these will never go to 0, but the upside is also pretty low, right? They don't tend to swing like how palladium and platinum does, right? And so take a real big bet and put it on some of the strategic metals that are really, really undervalued right now, right? If I can get my mouse to drag correctly. Yeah, and also, yeah, and especially if you believe in solar energy, let's place one. See, the difference between what I'm doing here and what my friend was trying to do is that at least all of these have positive expected values, right? The more you spread your bets out, the more you guarantee that overall positive value, right? Maybe take a small one and bet on some that may have future potential, right? So for me, I have a small one on cadmium. And right now, tin's kind of undervalued, but you know what? We never know what the future may hold, right? And maybe, what else do I have? I got a small amount on tungsten. Oh, actually, I have a pretty sizable amount of rhenium. Let's take one of these mid-sized chips and put it on rhenium. See, you can really spread your bets out. Just pretend it's like a roulette table, right? What else did I have? The other ones I have tiny amounts of. I even took some, you guys may remember last winter, I took some dust around the house. I was cleaning the house and I discovered that household dust is slightly radioactive because it contains a trace amount of polonium, although that was 6 months ago when I was doing it, right? Polonium has an inflation rate. I guess you could either call it an inflation rate or a holding tax rate, right? Of 50% every 138 days, right? I also found a small amount of, I love looking for antiques at Goodwill. Occasionally I'll find a watch with some radium in it, right? So, yeah, diversify your bets on God's roulette table, right? The difference being that it has a positive expected value, right? As the amount of goods and services in our economy grows, each one of these metals, which is finite, right? There's only so much in the Earth's crust, will buy more and more, right? Especially if they were undervalued to begin with, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.